So I'll have to say you didn't have to like completely send her out. Although look, she's doing a great job at it. It could have just been, hey, get off the carpet,
Okay.
or it could have been, don't come past this right now.
Okay.
And then when you want, you say break, and she come over and sit on your shoe, and you pet her.
Are you still 312-860-6372?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. All right, tell her break, Amy. Say
Break.
good job. Can I pet you? Oh yeah. You're just the best dog in the world. That was a good boundary hold. Like that, it teaches the dog something that you don't want it to learn, which is you don't have a treat. Oh no, I'm not listening to that.
Yes.
So what I do is breakfast and dinner. That's when I'm using my food and my treats to input the behaviors I need the dog to do.
Okay.
But really, like on a walk, I'll bring like some treats for like, oh, that's perfect. I'm paying you for that. But outside of that, it's like freedom is the reward, affection is the reward, attention, and then a toy.
Okay.
But yeah, make the food around food time, and then you can bring them when it's like let's say I'm taking her to a store, I'm gonna bring my treats, you know,
Okay.
or maybe even just a typical walk. I'm gonna have them, but it's not gonna be like, hey, follow me for this treat. It's gonna be like, these are the leash rules. Make sure you remain inside of these leash rules.
Yeah.
Oh, you did it correct. Good job. And it'll be like a surprise to her.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Let's say visitors over, right?
Yeah.
Set this up somewhere. I'm probably gonna sit. Where do visitors typically sit? This couch?
Probably there.
All right.
What would you like me to do with it?
Just let her drag the leash.
Okay. I'm gonna go shut off the branch gate.
Cool. Are they winning?
I don't know.
Thanks, Sean.
My pleasure. All right. So where she's standing now, this gives no one any option at all on what to do in your house at all, because they have to either walk by her to go to the couch. Now, if I walk by her to go to the couch and I sit, let me see what she does. Boom. So she almost jumped on that table to get over to me, and then I come get on the couch and she's like, oh, you're on my couch. Come on, come on. Give me some love. Give me some love. Give me some love. You know, and then she's like, oh, this is definitely my couch. I would come over here, right? But in the case of what we're working on, she made a correct decision, and she's making a correct decision now, which is
Not jumping on you?
not jumping, but she wants my attention. So there was a word bank of behaviors that she did to get my attention. First she danced over here, then she danced right here, then she came right here.
Yeah.
Then she came to push herself up here, and I didn't pet her yet, so then she got down. Then she was like, oh, let me try hopping on my bed over here. Then she hopped on the bed.
Yeah.
That could have been a time where I said, good girl, Kazoo, come, and then pet her for that.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When I didn't pet her for hopping on the bed, and then she came over and she sat.
Yeah.
Should I move this table out of the way?
That's fine. Yeah, we'll back it up. So that's perfect. So she offered that behavior, and she's like, oh, that's not going to get me paid. All right, let me come sit right here. And then she sat. I could have paid her for that,
Yeah.
you know. But then she was like, oh, that's not going to get me paid. Now she's in a loop right now where she's like, what do I do to get this guy to pay attention to me?
Yes.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I do.
So this is what she does with you guys probably every morning, but then she probably lives her life like this. And I want you guys to realize that this is how every dog lives their life. It's like, what do I do to get my dopamine? What do I do to get my the
It's
dopamine?
almost like somebody trying passwords on a computer.
It's like a,
1, 2, 3, 5, 4, 5, 6.
exactly.
Okay.
Or it's like a crackhead each day waking up with no money trying to find his way to crack the next day.
Okay.
You know, and so what you want to do is go, all right, my house is no longer a crack house where you can just get your dopamine levels whenever you want.
Okay.
Now you get these for structure.
Okay.
So we're going to take you out of the crack house and put you in a real society now,
Okay.
where you have to follow structure, policies, and then you're going to start setting them for her in the beginning. Then she'll start setting them for herself.
Okay.
You get what I mean?
Yeah.
Yes.
Right now she's like, I have nothing else to do to get myself rewarded but this right here. I'm doing sit. I'm in your face, breathing on you. This is what these people pay me for. I'm doing it. All right. What you want to teach her is to like so for me, right, when I sit on the couch, my dogs, they go away and they lay down to their couches and they lay down.
Okay.
You know, they might come over, and because I like to wear black too, so I don't want dog hair and stuff all over me all the time.
Yeah.
So they might come over and try to brush up on me and get some pets, but then I can say, nope, get. Ooh, okay. And then they do kind of what she did, except they go away.
Yeah.
And then they lay down. And then I can now either walk over to them and give them affection in their couch, or I can call them back over to me. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it's all based upon what I want them to do, right? What that leads to is now the visitor comes over, and my dog's like, oh, visitor, visitor, visitor. I can say, nope, get. And
Should
my,
I get her little platform from the porch?
That's fine. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Just, but we're not gonna send it to her. We wanted her to just right now make the option. You love me so much, doggo.
Only you, Joanne.
I love it.
You're the only one.
So yeah, we're gonna work on the get drill. That's what I call it. But you guys should be able to like be in rooms and her not be able to like go up there and she can't go up there right now, or be in here and she can't be in here right now, or I could be right here but she can't be on the carpet right now,
We
or
spend most of our time in the kitchen.
yep,
In the dining room.
yep,
You know.
which are all rooms
Yes.
where you can like give her a boundary at,
Yeah.
and not permanent. It could be like 5, it could be 3 minutes, it could be 5, 15, it could be the whole time we're in here reading the book. You know. Well, you're just the cutest. Yeah, I'll pet you for that. But we're about to get to work.
I wake up in the morning, take her for a walk. We'll feed her, take her for a walk, and then I usually make myself a cup of coffee, and then I start on the dining room table on the computer.
Mm-hmm.
And if I'm eating toast or something like that,
Mm-hmm.
she'll look at me, but then eventually she just walks away.
Good. Yeah.
She like lays in the sun.
She's like, this is not a reward time right now.
Yeah, she's not getting it. We've been spoiling her. That's
Yeah. You're the biggest puppy in the world.
yeah, we've been
Right.
spoiling her.
Only you, Joanne.
I'm spoiling her.
As far as the vet, we have to get her comfortable with you guys doing vet-like stuff to her.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have to get her comfortable with you guys being able to tell her to do something, and then her knowing that she has to do it until you release her.
Yeah.
Because a lot of the time, like what the vet wants to do is on the back, like on her back end, right? So we have to teach her to put her front end somewhere and hold it until you release her.
Yeah. She's so bad at the vet. She
Yeah.
has to be so heavily
Sedated,
sedated.
yeah,
like,
yeah.
So heavily sedated that then she was like sick for a few days afterwards.
Yeah.
Because it's so.
Chicken and rice.
Yep. I work with a dog named
sedation.
Asher, and that was one of her goals for him. And then, like it was like our second lesson. He actually when something happened to his nail, so he needed surgery. So he actually needed to work on the vet thing. And then we were able to get him to be able to go through the whole experience. And same, like she would have to sedate him the night before, sedate him again the morning before they go in, and then even when he goes in, then they would.
It's a very nice vet. It's Pet Vets on Harrison. And
But like for vets, what they know works is sedate the dog to make it easy. You know,
Yeah.
they've never really seen a journey of like, all right, we're gonna train our dog to like being here. You know, and I learned it with Asher because the vet told us like because when we said like, oh no, we're working to like make it so that we don't have to sedate him, he was like, oh okay, you know, like because he didn't have it fathomed in his mind.
Yeah.
But then when we did it, he told her like, wow, like you guys really put in the work to get this dog to be comfortable without meds. I didn't know that it was possible, but thank you. So
yeah, no. What she will do is
Come here.
she like peed on the floor of the vet.
Like,
She
super
hides under
stressed.
the chair.
yeah, all of those are word bank, and just think of that word bank. All of those are behaviors that she offers to get the reward of the vet leaving me alone.
She growls.
Yep, that's
Like
another
a
thing.
low growl.
And then after the growl, if they don't read that, all right, I got to snap now. You know, but what we want to teach her is, all right, in that word bank too, just trust y'all. Hey, dog, I'm just telling you to put your paws up here and hold it like that. They're going to come over to your back end and poke you a little bit, but I'm right here. I got you. And she'll let it happen. And then when you tell her break, she'll get off and be like, oh, man, that was the worst experience, but I did it. You know, so her confidence is built.
Yeah.
Her trust in you is built. But I can't wait till I go to the vet to be like, hey, dog, wait right here and don't move while they touch you.
Well, and I'm sure a lot of it is my own body language because I am so nervous that she's going to be horrible that
Yep.
she can probably sense that I'm on edge. Like I'd be really interested to see what would happen if like you took her
Took her to the vet. She'll probably have the greatest experience of her life. Right? Yeah.
What do you think she would do if Joanne took her to the vet?
I don't know.
She's gonna she trusts me a lot,
Yes.
so I think that she would still be like nervous, but she would just trust me a lot. So she would allow more things to happen without her like erupting or like freaking out. But I think it would be a slight freak out. Right?
So do you think she remembers you?
I think she does. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Or do you think it's just your way with her that like
Probably both. But I definitely think she like when she smelled me, she associated me with all of the experiences that happened in the past. Like, oh, this dude worked me, this dude pet me, this dude he's come over before. When I heard the doorbell, this dude paid me. This dude corrected me at times. This dude gave me boundaries too. Oh yeah, I understand this guy. Right? Yeah. Okay, let's do some work now. So we're gonna do the get drill. We're gonna start simple. I'm gonna start by not allowing her to come on the carpet right now. Okay. You see how she's like, I'm sitting here. I'm sitting here.
She hops around all the time.
Yeah, she's like, give me attention. Give me attention. Give me attention. Look at her.
Yes.
Give me attention. I need it.
She does this when we eat dinner too. Yeah.
She's like, I need it. I'm here. I'm here. Look, I'm being good. But look, I'm being good here. All right, so I'm gonna say, Kazoo, get. Good. Now, the bed being there kind of helps, but nope. Pop it. Get. Send her off. Good. Good girl. Now, my intentions aren't to send her to the bed. My intentions are to let her know that anytime she steps on this carpet, I'm going to say no, correct her, and send her back off. Now, the bed happens to be there, so that's a decision that she could make outside of the boundary, which is what I'm looking for, no matter where the bed is. Like, the bed could be in a different room, and she's like, I'm going to go lay on my bed. Okay? But then when I say, Kazoo, come. Good girl. Good job. Then she can come back in my boundary. Okay? Or I can say break, and then she can come back in it. Good girl, doggo. Good. Good. All right, now I'll say, Kazoo, get. Send her away. Good. Good girl. Good. The next one, I'm going to move that bed, though, because I don't want her to think get means go to your bed. Good girl. Kazoo, break. Good girl. Yeah.
Put it in another room? Or just in another
Yeah, just put it like by the door over there.
Okay.
Right there is perfect. Boom. Now I'll say, Kazoo, get. Good. Good job. That's what it should look like. Now, most of the time what dogs do is they find a way to come, nope, as close to the boundary as they can. Get. Good. Good. Now, because her bed's not directly right there, she's like, what am I supposed to be doing?
I'll
All right.
just sit here.
Exactly.
Okay.
Now I can say, good girl, doggo. Good job. And let her know that's fine. You can do that. You know, I could also get up. Good job, dog. Come here. So there, she's nervous. So now she just let me know, like, okay, I like you, but you moving that fast towards me makes me a little bit nervous. Good girl. So it's on me to respect that now that I read that.
Okay.
You know, so I'm not going to get up and go forward and try to pet her like I was just going to do there.
Yeah.
You know, I'm going to go, good girl. I'm going to say, nope. Good. Good job, dog. Good. Break. Good girl. So good girl does not mean you get released. Good girl means good job, keep it up. Okay. I might be at the vet and they might be giving her a shot or something and they touch her first, right? And then I can say, good girl from distance. And she's like, oh, wait, you want me to allow them to touch me? You know, that's the point of that.
Yeah.
Okay. And then again, I'll do it one more time before I let you guys try. Kazoo, get. Good. Good. Let's see. Good. Nope. Nope. So this is a tight one because she's like by you guys. So I didn't want to like go directly to her.
I get it.
But I did want to get to the leash and show her to get off. Good. Nope. Get. Good. Good job, dog. Good. But it's really just being clear of like where your boundary is because she doesn't know it's the carpet until I say no the moment she steps on it. Eventually she won't know it's the living room or the kitchen right now until you set it, you know, and then it's holding her accountable within it, right? And then I can, good girl, Kazoo. Nope. Nope. Good girl. This is a mix though. Like it's a mix of her. I'm gonna just stay standing. It's a mix of her. Nope. Good. A mix of her being nervous right now. Like I don't know what to do, so I'm gonna come by you guys, which is good. That's what we want her to offer when she gets nervous.
Yes.
Is to come to you guys for direction.
Yes.
It's a mix of she really wants to be over here, and it's a mix of she thinks that when she hears "good girl, good," that's kind of a release
Yeah.
too. Okay, so I'm like, "Good girl, dog, good," and pet her over here. Come here. Come here. That's a good.
And she seems really scared now.
Yep, because I'm giving her a boundary that she's never had. Good job, Doggo.
So she doesn't know what's going to happen right now.
Good. One thing I did though was when I wanted to pet her, I didn't go right up to her to pet her. Nope. Come on. Good. Good girl. Now you see she's nervous, right? But I'm still black and white with my boundary. You gotta be, okay? But I didn't go decision. Good decision, right? Now I'm gonna go, good girl, Kazoo. Break. Good job. Then she can be back over. Come here. Yeah. So when I didn't go directly to it, like now I can do that, right? But there I didn't do that, right? There I got to her and then I had her come to me.
Well, and she's
To be
very
pet.
submissive with you. Like, I noticed she's lowering her head. Is that like a submission thing?
Yes, but it's because like I've just corrected her a couple times. So she's like, I don't know if you're gonna correct me because she doesn't all the way know what she should be doing in this scenario yet.
Okay.
It's her first time doing it,
Okay.
you know. But in her, like she's not the other dogs. Like you get some dogs that do the same thing she did, but then you get some dogs that are just goofy and silly, and you correct them, and they're like, "Oh, I got it wrong," and they go over there and they still keep the same up. You know what I'm saying? She's just who she is.
Right.
But you want to make look now that she's in the boundary too. Now that you've allowed her in,
Which we shouldn't have done.
no, it's fine. I released her.
Okay.
In your area, she's gonna be on her P's and Q's. Okay, so she sees now she's not over here like, hey, give me attention, give me attention, give me attention. She's over here and she's relaxed. Okay, all right, you try, Peter. It could be the car. Do this boundary right here.
Okay.
Yeah, grab it like right under her. There you go.
Kazoo, get.
Now show her with your leash. Just walk over
Go.
and send her out with the leash.
Like to sit on that rug.
Boom. And now drop it right there. And just walk back, wait there. Boom. Now go give her some love right there. And then grab her leash and tell her break.
Break.
Boom. Now she can come back in. Awesome.
No. Off. That's like her sleeping spot.
Yep.
Sorry.
Yeah. All good. All right. Now say get and just send her out again.
Kazoo, get.
Yep. Use your leash. Just guide her out with the leash.
Get.
The only time that pop will come is if she did something wrong. Now drop her right there and walk away. Boom. Now, the first time you took a couple steps, then stop. This time you took a couple more steps, right? The next time you take a couple more steps, and then you sitting down completely, that's going to make her get up and come over.
Yeah.
You know, but you build your way up to that. Okay, go back, give her some love, and then tell her break.
Good girl. Good girl. Break. Breathe out.
Good girl, doggo. Come here. Come here. Good job, doggo. Good. And then
She does that thing with you. Like she's lower. Is that because she's scared?
I'm not sure, but she likes being pet. So she's like, I think it's more so than scared. I think it's unsure.
Is it like a respect thing?
Part of that too, I bet. But I think she's just a lot of time unsure on like what's gonna happen next.
That's how we describe to people. They're like, "Oh, why isn't Kazoo out?" And I'm like, "Cause she thinks that you're okay, and then instantly she's like, "What the fuck am I doing?"
What's going on right now? Yeah.
You know.
Like you want me to pet you, right?
She definitely remembers you.
Oh yeah, good. All right, Amy, you get some of that action. Do the same boundary.
Okay.
Ooh, look at that smile.
Get.
And then show her. Don't pop though. You don't have to pop.
She is a smiling dog.
Oh yeah. Yep. Now drop it and walk away. Turn your back on her. Boom. All right, go back and just give her some love. And now walk away right after you give her love. Awesome. Good. Now go back to her and then pat her on the head and then tell her break, and she can come back in.
Break. Break.
Awesome. Let's go view. Boom. And then when you're ready, you can do that again.
Let's go.
Tell her get.
Get.
Yep. Boom. All right. Give her a real challenge. Go over and have a seat.
Like over here.
Or wherever you want. Boom. And then the more practice you do, the longer she knows to hold it. The more practice you do, the more distractions you can have in the room while she holds it. You know? Good. That's always what they do. Every dog, they'll lay right on the boundary.
Hmm.
So you decide if that's what you want, that's fine. If you want to be like, no, get outside the boundary, then that's fine. It's up to you. But that was a good. Like she could have decided to come over, right?
Yeah.
But she's like, I'm just gonna relax over here because this is where they want me.
A lot of it is because you're here. I'm telling you, the last time every time you've been to the house, she acts like a trained, like trick
She
pony.
knows it all. Yeah, yeah. So make sure that y'all are implementing this when I'm gone,
Yeah.
because it's gonna get easier to be like, we just want to pet her, or she's so cute, or
Yeah.
oh, we love our morning time with her. But that's the time you practice this,
Okay.
because this is like, think of this as like preseason, regular season, and then when the visitors are here, that's playoffs.
Yeah.
You get me? And right now in playoffs, you guys are like, oh, we can't handle the playoff pressure. We just gonna not go to the playoffs this year. We're gonna put her in the room, but for good reason.
She's getting up to go to the bathroom.
She's thirsty.
That's fine. Yep, but she didn't come in this boundary. For good reason, right? She bites people, right?
Yeah.
But you just want to make sure that you're actively preparing her for getting better as well.
Yeah.
So like, let's say now, right? We did this. Visitor was here. All right, we don't feel like guiding the dog anymore. She got her water. We'll put her away to rest. She's gonna go right in that room and go right to sleep.
Yeah.
And then like, let's say the visitors will be here for 4 hours. Then you can do 2 hours later. All right, we want to bring Kazoo out again and give her more practice. Correct her.
Okay.
So
Go.
say,
Get.
pick her leash up. Say no,
No.
and then give it a pop, and then say get and send her.
Get.
There you go. Let's say we would allow her to come over, walk to Peter, and then Peter would have pet her, right? Then every time you work on the get drill, she would have started getting up, going back there and getting water, and then after she got water, she would come over here and release herself.
Mm-hmm.
She's laying.
Good girl. That's what you say, good girl from
Good
distance.
girl. Good girl.
Or you could decide to go pet her and release her to come back in the area.
That's my question. Do we have to go to her and then release her, or can we do it from across the room?
In the beginning, I do more of going to her,
Mm-hmm.
just so that she doesn't always anticipate me doing it from across the room.
Okay.
But then in the end, or not even in the end, but as you do it more, you'll be able to do it from across the room because
Okay.
she'll understand it.
What I do like is when we're in the kitchen, she'll find a spot. She'll just go there
And relax.
while we're moving around. But then once we sit down, she'll get into a spot and she starts begging. And actually, I mean, I'll throw stuff.
No, no.
I do though. So I gotta stop.
What are all the things that
So I
we have
gotta
to
stop.
stop doing, Joanne? Because
Stop allowing her to solicit affection all the
Okay.
time. Stop feeding her for begging.
Yeah.
Stop allowing her to release herself to pee, poop, sniff around outside on
Okay.
her own. That should come to her free dog. Stop letting her come out the doorways first.
Really? Stop her from going out the door first?
Yeah, like when you open the door, especially if she has that leash on, and then eventually when she doesn't, when you open that door,
Yeah.
she should stop and wait and be like, "What are we doing?" And then you'd be like, "Let's
And
go."
then I go out first.
Or you say, "Let's go," or break, and then she can go out.
Okay.
But you just want that moment. You don't want for like you have to fight her back to open the door.
Yeah, yeah.
Like when that door opens, she should respect that space and your space.
She's usually pretty good about that. It's just like when I have to close the door,
Okay.
that she's on the steps and she's like,
Oh, trying to come in.
she just keeps the leash tight.
Got
Should
it.
we not be letting her sleep in the bed?
I'm not anyone who's like against that, but as long as you have all of your other policies in place.
Mm-hmm.
So like, all right, so this is my policy list for my house. No couch, no upstairs because it's carpeted, which is where all our beds are.
Yeah.
So they don't sleep in our beds. No soliciting affection. Dogs aren't allowed to play with each other in the house. Dogs can't go out of doorways without me releasing them, or they can't go out first.
Yeah.
No kitchen.
No.
Leash, quick pop,
Get.
and setting. Awesome. Good. Now, the next level to that will be you say no, and then you start walking, and then she's gonna get out the boundary herself. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And then
without me getting up.
yeah, and then eventually it'll turn into she starts to do it, and you say no, and she's like, okay, boundary's still there. Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So no kitchen. I'm gonna do it one more time. So no kitchen, no soliciting affection, no couch, no going upstairs, no going out of doorways first, no playing with each other in the house, and that's it. So those are my 6.
That's a lot of rules.
Right, but what
Not that many.
not that many. And then also like like, so every dog that comes to my house, those are the rules for them, right? Those are not the same rules at their houses. So when I sit on the couch, they're jumping on me on the couch and stuff. So I have to teach them, right? So I'll teach them all initially, and then the dogs are like, "Damn, we can't do shit in this house." And then they're like, "I'm about to just go get this bone and go lay on this bed and chew this bone." Then I'm like, "Good job," and I reward the dog and I pet the dog for that.
Yeah.
And so when you come to my house, this is how all my dogs look. They all look like this.
Yeah.
All of them. Until you call them over. And then when you call them over, then they're the same, you know. And I want my dogs to be like this all the time. All because look, now if I do this.
No. Get.
Leash. Give it a quick pop. There you go.
Get.
Amy stern with her. Boom. So now she just saw the picture of somebody getting up and coming and stand next to you.
Yeah.
You know? Whereas like before, somebody gets up and she's like, What are you doing?
Yeah.
You know? And we want her to
Might be protective of
right. And or just like she's the type of dog where like somebody getting up and coming over here will trigger her to be like, what is this person doing?
Yeah.
You know? We just want her to be calm
Yeah.
all the time.
The mailman.
Calm. Just calm.
Yeah. Poor Mike. Every
Mailman,
time.
Mike comes every single day.
Yes.
Dog, just chill. You can be calm. But we just have to set the foundation for her.
Yeah.
Because in her mind, it's like calm when she wants to, excited when she wants to. Versus like, hey, my house means be calm and I'm going to come over. So, Amy, go over and just sit with her and pet her over there.
So in the morning, sometimes like we'll just
Mm.
like, give her cuddles and stuff like that. You know.
You can make her earn it like this.
Yeah.
You know? Like,
Actually, that's what I think.
first, you give her a boundary, have her hold it for 10 minutes or 3 or 4,
Yeah.
and then you go give her the same love she's going to get.
Yep.
But the reason for my policy list, right, is now it's always clear for the dog what the rules are in the house, right? And then now the dogs have a job. Now they're always working because they know to follow the rules.
Yeah.
And then also, it makes it easier for me to go outside and give them policies outside because they're practicing it in the house all the time, right? And then now also when people come over, it's easier for them to follow the rules that I have when people come over because they follow them all the time.
Yep.
You know, like that. No one's ever going to come over and sit on my couch and the dog's going to jump up there with them to get pet.
Okay.
Ever. It will never happen because they never are allowed to do it.
Yeah.
You know? And so it's like a way where I can proactively give my dog a job so that now in scenarios where I need it, somebody coming over, like any moment, that in their mind is first going to be like, okay, is this within these policies? Okay, cool, it is. I'm going to go do it. You know, and then if they decide, oh, no, I'm not, then I can also say, hey, correct, and hold them accountable. And they don't go into a state where they're like, oh, man, I'm in trouble. I did something wrong. They're like, oh, we weren't supposed to do that. Let me go do something else. Like, she'll learn to be. Right now, she's like, Eeyore. Oh, man, I got in trouble for something. Girl, you got in trouble. Come on, let's do it right the next time. And then she does it right. We reward her, and her confidence goes up.
Cool.
Okay? Cool. All right, challenge.
You're so good with her.
Thank you.
You really are. It's like you are just really good at what you do.
Thank you. I'm writing a book, right? It's gonna be. It started as like our every single day dog training policy. So like everything that we do for training, right? Because we don't have something that's like I can give to you guys and be like, here, this is how we train, right? So it started as that. Then I was like, maybe I should also include like my journey of like how I learned all this different stuff, you know? She reminds me, and there's a chapter in there that's called Bobo, which is my first dog. That's what she reminds me of, my first dog. He was the same dog, except he was Brendo color, and his demeanor was kind of the same. I'll show you a picture. His demeanor was kind of the same as hers. He wasn't like as like, he was a lot more goofy and like energetic than her, but he was like a real like, not sluggish, but just like, she'll like lean on you and just like lean into the love and just like come get it all the time. But he was the best dog ever, but his ass had some quirks too, for sure.
How long are dogs' memories of like getting hurt? Because I feel like she must have been hurt before we adopted her.
Dogs, they don't remember, they associate, is what they say. So she won't be like, I remember when that person kicked me, right? It'll be, all right, that person kicked me, and I remember the smell.
Okay.
You know, so like let's say every time she met me, I kicked her, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then today, when she would have sniffed me, she would have automatically got away, or she would have automatically been ready to bite me.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but she last time she smelled me, the last time she smelled me,
Mm-hmm.
then she's like, oh, I got fed.
Safe
All right.
with him.
Exactly. So then when she smelled me this time, she's like, oh, great.
Okay.
You know, so I think that sometimes what happens, especially with like shelter dogs, is we hear their story, and then because we hear their story, we interact with it based upon what their story was, and then it kind of like holds them back. Versus for me, I'll get the dog and I'll be like, all right, it's your story, cool.
Starting fresh.
Exactly, because that's how they're gonna remember it. Like,
Uh-huh.
okay, when I came into this house, the rules were this, and this. I never was allowed to do. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So like we had Lucy over, we pulled her from a shelter, and she had gone foster to foster to foster. Like people kept getting rid of her because she's like she would like pee in the house, and then she would like destroy stuff, and she's also really energetic, right? So we brought her over to our house. The first walk, and I need to make this like public, her experience, because I got it all on camera. But like the first walk, I went to do hopping on objects drill, and which means like I went to like pull her up on a bench that was the height of this, right?
Yeah, I saw you do that with Kazoo.
Yeah.
Climbing a fence.
Yep. And so we were doing that, and then she was like alligator rolling and trying to bite the leash, and you would have thought I was trying to kill her, right?
Yeah.
And that was our first walk, and then I put her in the crate after the walk, and she was like flipping out in the crate, going crazy, you know. And then and I just kept doing the same thing every single day with her. 3 days later, put her in the crate, she was calm. And then I was like, okay, cool. 7 days later, I let her interact in my house, but with the policies. Then she started laying around.
Yeah.
And so she like no matter what her history was, I was like, dog, this is how I'm gonna interact with you. These are my rules.
Yep.
And now she's with Callie and Rio, and now they're trying to figure out how to get Rio to to Lucy's point in training. You know, but it just like I didn't care what her history was. I was like, all right, dog, this is your new life. This is how I'm gonna interact with you. And then she picked it up and she ran with it. You know.
And your consistency is ridiculous.
I try to be, bro. Like I have my dogs that I like. My dog Akila, I let her slip some. 'Cause that's I've had her since 2 months, so that's my girl.
Yeah.
But there are times where like I see where the slippage rolls in. Like I might have to tell her to leave it twice, or you know. But like, yeah, you have to. That's why we can. That's why we named it every single day. Dog training. You need to be for them. You know.
All right.
Biggest lesson today: on your walks, relax. Both of you more.
Okay.
Make sure that you're like like dedicate some of the walks to just doing what we did today. Like stay between.
Same direction, pulling the leash the other way.
Yeah, like you don't even have to leave the block.
Should we walk her together or separately?
Up to y'all. Yeah, if you feel like she walks worse when you walk together, then teach her how to walk perfect when you walk separate, and then when you walk together, then make it a training walk. Because you'll have some dogs that like try to walk way ahead when you walk together, or
That's what she likes to do.
yeah, like walk
But I
way.
mean, we've been getting her back.
That, but then dogs learn that when we're going out for a walk, we're just walking straight.
Yeah.
Because for some reason, that's what humans do. Like they'll put the leash on, and they'll either just walk straight, pick a different direction, walk straight, or they'll put the leash on and have the same walk we go on every single day.
That's what I do.
And so if we go on the same walk every single day, all she's doing is anticipating the whole walk. Okay, cool. I know we're going this direction, so I'm gonna walk ahead of you. That's all she's doing.
Yep.
You know. So now, like with my dogs, what I do, they have no idea what they're doing when we go outside. They have no clue.
Okay.
We could go outside and work on recall. We could go outside and do some leash walking drills on this block. We could go outside and go for the walk. We can go outside and do a training drill. We can go outside. You might do a group. You know, that they don't have any idea of like, they can't even anticipate because they have no idea.
Could
That's
we
cool.
ever do another session where we like invited a friend of ours over?
Yeah, I say we do it. Yeah,
Could we do that?
yeah, I say we do.
Maybe we could invite like Craig and Missy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I say we.
Like there are really good friends who come over all the time.
And you guys put her away when they
We
come over.
put her away
Okay.
all the time.
Okay.
We didn't used to with them until
She loves them.
Until she
Start showing signs. Yeah. Tell her break, and then you can come back over and let her. Yeah. So now she can be within the boundary again. Boom. But when she comes,
break or free?
I use break as like you can release from the last command I gave you,
Okay.
and then I use free dog as like you can make your own decisions now.
go wherever you want.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Good girl. Good lady. Joanne, you're amazing.
Thank
I
you.
know we're at times. So let me get my
I was gonna show you guys Bobo.
to pay you. Do you have the dates for the trip so we can make sure Joanne?
Yeah, we leave,
Here he is. Look, doesn't he kind of look like her? She's a different color.
she's a cutie. I love these guys. I don't think I would ever have another dog. And they all have like their eyes are so expressive.
Yeah, yeah.
And then she smiles.
This is the dog Bobo I was telling you about.
Oh,
That was the very first dog I got.
He does remind me of Kazoo.
Yeah, just different
What
color.
a sweetheart.
You can hear, you can see him too.
What did I do with my phone?
Kazoo. But yeah, like her life, just try to like make life as clear as possible for her. Your homework will be a walk, and then I'm gonna pair the mic and send you guys this video too.
Cool.
But the walking drills, approach, retreat, behind the back switch, and then just do get with her more in your house.
Okay.
Like now, Amy, do it now.
Get. Wait, I have to take her by the leash though, right?
No, let it happen. Now, you say no,
No.
and then do the same thing you just did.
Get.
Stand up though, like you did.
Get.
Okay, grab a leash now. I was waiting to see if she was like, and just right there, just do right there, cause it doesn't like there. I just didn't want her to like, cause when you released her, she came into your area, she sat on your shoe, you pet her, you know, and then you got up to get your phone, and then you came back and sat down. She came over, sat on your shoe, and you were about to pet her again. So that's what I'm trying to break you guys of, right there. But it's that simple, you know. You want it to be Amy when she comes over and sits on your shoe. You say nope, get off my shoe,
Okay.
and then she goes somewhere else. And then if you want to pet her, you do it consciously.
Okay.
You know, like I'm telling y'all, like everyone who I
She's
meet,
spoiled.
and people are doing it subconsciously at this point. The dog knows all I have to do is come in this realm right here, and a human will be like this on their phone. Boom, because they felt the dog lean on them. So you just want to interact with your dog consciously versus her knowing that she can come over and solicit it.
Okay.
You know, so I'll have to say you didn't have to like completely send her out. Although look, she's doing a great job at it. It could have just been, hey, get off the carpet,
Okay.
or it could have been, don't come past this right now.
Okay.
And then when you want, you say break, and she come over and sit on your shoe, and you pet her.
Are you still 312-860-6372?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. All right, tell her break, Amy. Say
Break.
good job. Can I pet you?
Girl.
Oh yeah, you're just the best dog in the world. That was a good boundary hold.